Alright guys, this is the aftermath video of my Grand Dam. Got second place in the feature. I took myself out by accident. Hit the guy in the corner with this wheel turned out and pulled the axle right out. The frame on this side is still pretty straight. I'll open the hood to show you in a minute. It's golden. The other side's pretty mangled. It's got a 90-degree bend in it. The back end, not much left of her. The back end is pretty much completely flattened. There's a couple of huge hits that I took to the back end that just made the trunk just go completely flat. For the most part, it's still good. I'm worried about, there's a kink in the floor over here. The doors don't align over here, so the whole frame on this side is collapsing in. There's also on the floor over there, I might have driven or something, or I don't know, there's another kink in the floor. Other than that though, this thing did great. I had full mobility still, and right up until I took myself out. As you can see, yeah. There's a 90-degree bend right in the frame. Just got to pull that back out. The rad is smushed, but I think the fans are still okay. And this side is beautiful. It's still pretty straight all the way up. So I'm going to be running it again at the Rockton Fair on Friday. Because the front end still has lots of life. The engine is still wonderful. It starts right up. It runs perfectly. I'll start it up right now. Wonderful. Wonderful. I swear it starts better than it did before. So all I'm gonna do is punch this whole speaker deck down. I'm gonna V it in. I'm gonna tuck this trunk over that, and I'm gonna see if I can move any of this out. All this, I'm gonna see if I can move that back out a little bit, just so it's past the wheels. I think this side's okay. It's kind of protected by some metal, so it'll be just this side that I have to worry about. And oh yeah, we gotta fix the both rear spindles are broken, but we're gonna do some work on that to fix it up. Yeah, for the feature we 9-wired the spindles back together just to make it work enough for us to, you know, be able to run in the feature. Like I said, I had full mobility. Man, it was very close. I have in-car footage of everything. The whole front end, I can't believe how well this front end held up. Considering what I was wailing on that guy in the feature. I just kept hitting him, wheel shot, wheel shot, wheel shot.
To the rear. It is a slobber knocker. Another shot to the front and make a hit before 0-1 knocks his wheels off. Oh my goodness, let's hear it, please. Line it up.
Yeah.
Oh! 0-1. Who's it gonna be? Here comes 0-1 again.
Yeah.
90.
And he still kept going, man. I don't know. I got a little too excited. It was my first derby, so I got a bit excited and kept hitting him. And I hit him with this side, right in the back corner. I hit him here, and he was coming at me at a weird angle, and my wheel was probably turned about that. My wheel was probably about there, and he just hit it slipped off, hit my wheel, turned it too far and pulled the axle out. So we have the axle rebuilt. We're getting a new tie rod coming soon, and should be ready for round 2, you know. Just a bit of work, but she'll be ready for round 2. I'll be pulling this frame out. I have a tree stump over there somewhere, and I'll be wrapping around the front and just pulling this frame out. This bumper, I'm gonna see if I can just I don't know, maybe pull the middle out again. It's got a little bit left in her. This car, I like it because it's got an extra bar, a brace. It's twisted, but it's straight. So I'm gonna pull that out too and make sure that's good. So this front end can take a lot more hits till it gets to my rad. The rad had a plastic mount on it, but it did pretty well considering this side's not broken. This side just snapped right off. And I had seat belts around her. And turned out great, you know. I honestly, for a first derby, I couldn't have asked for a better car. It's a 2003 Grand Am. That'll be in the title of the video, but I'm still shocked at how well this thing stood up against bigger cars. I even went for the biggest car in the heat. It was a Cadillac. Took a couple swings at him. He was easily the biggest car. He was the only full-size car in that heat. Most of them were just mid-size cars. So I think I got lucked out because the next heat was all Crown Vics, and I don't know, this thing wouldn't have held up too well with Crown Vics, I don't think. But Rockton, I'm just gonna give her all that this car has, and I just want to wreck this car and have fun with it. Thanks for watching. That was my aftermath video. First time doing one of these, so I'm sorry if I'm a little awkward and, you know, don't know what to talk about. Oh, other information that a lot of guys will probably wonder about. The front spindles, you can swap them out with Cavalier spindles. It is an exact fit. I'm telling you, there's no work required to make them fit. It was the exact proper fit. And all you have to do is take the CV joint off of the Grand Am axle and put the Cavalier CV joint on, and it works great. It fits perfect on the axle, no issues. So if you guys want to run one of these, I actually suggest it because how strong the front is. The back is weak. If your rules allow it, I'd say reinforce the whole rear suspension. But the front end is powerful on this. So this guy is ready, almost ready. I gotta do some work on it, but it's going to be getting ready for a round 2. All right. Thanks for watching. Cheers.